Good morning, everyone. I am Joannas Andres, and I am the first presenter to present to you the Article 1, Article 2, and Article 3, and Article 4. So, we are here to present to you Green Harvest Consumer Cooperative. So, let's break down kung ano nga ba ibig sabihin ng mga pangalan nito at bakit ito mahalaga sa vision natin. So, unahin natin ang green. The word green is to symbolize our commitment or sustainability and eco-friendly practices. It's about supporting the environment through organic, natural, and responsible choices. And second, harvest. Represent our focus on fresh, high quality, and locally sourced product. It's about gathering the best for our member. So lastly, let's talk about the consumer cooperative. The name consumer ay nanguhulugang kayo. Tayong lahat, ang cooperative na ito ay nakasentro sa konsepto ng bawat miyembro na may boses at may masasabi sa mga nangyayari. This is not about a company where a few people make the decision and take all the profit. So, bakit po ba namin pinili ang Green Harvest Consumer Cooperative? Because this name perfectly aligned with what we're building. It's reflect our mission to offer sustainability, locally serviced product. Pinapakita nito ang ating commitment, empowerment, at ethical business practices. This name say it all. We are all cooperatives that care about the earth, our members, and the future. So, let's go naman po sa Article 2. The purpose. So, Green Harvest Consumer Cooperative has a set key purpose that guide in a mission and activities. So, unahin natin ang pag-promote ng sustainability agricultural stewardship na nakatutok sa eco-friendly practices as food production. Nagpro-provide din sila ng affordable, high-quality product with a focus on organic and locally sourced good. So, aside from the providing product, the cooperatives empower its members through education, training, and community engagement para matulungan sila or tayo mapabuti ang livelihood. They also aim to foster community development and social responsibility, ensuring that their effort positively affect the local society. Additionally, the cooperatives support local farmers, producers, and artisans by creating opportunities for them to grow and succeed. Lastly, Green Harvest is dedicated to promoting health and wellness by educating people on nutrition lifestyle with the goal of improving the well-being of their member and the wider community. Then Article 3. These goals are designed to improve our operations, ensuring our financial stability and create a positive impact on our member and the entire community. So, unahin natin ang enhance the cooperative financial stability through diversified investment. Pangalawa, establish demonstration farm for new agricultural technologies. Pangatlo, foster member participation in cooperative decision making. Pang-apat, offer sustainable agriculture training programs for farmers. Panglima, support environmental responsible agricultural. Pang-anim, support local economic opportunities. Support local economic development through job creation and employment opportunities. 7. Promote health and wellness through nutrition education and lifestyle initiative. Pang-8, conduct regular survey and feedback mechanism to enhance member benefits and services. And last, 9, develop strategic collaboration with the local businesses to improve cooperative service. So, to sum it all up, this goal will help us achieve a more sustainable and successful future for our cooperatives by following on financial stability, enhancing member involvement, promoting sustainability, and boosting local development. we're setting up our cooperatives for long-term growth and success. So, let's go to Article 4. This report explains the power and capacities of cooperative as outlined in Article 4 of its bylaw. In accordance with Article Republic Act number 9520, Philippines Cooperative Code of 2008. As Article 4, binibigyan ng cooperative ng autoridad para magsagawa ng mga aktibidad tulad ng paggawa ng kontrata, pamamahala ng mga ari-arian, at pagkandak ng mga economic activities na magbibigay suporta sa mga miyembro at magpropromote ng kaunlaran sa komunidad. Ang mga kapangyarihang ito ay magbibigay daan para tuparin ang mga layunin, magbigay serbisyo sa mga miyembro at makatulong sa kapakanan ng lokal na komunidad.
And now let's proceed to the Article 5, which is the term of existence. This article establishes the cooperative lifespan, the lifespan of Green Harvest Consumers Cooperative. It will exist for 50 years from the date it was registered with the Cooperative Development Authority. The 50-year term is a common duration for cooperatives and other organizations, allowing them to plan for a long-term goals, investment, and sustainability. After this period, the cooperative may either choose to dissolve or file for an extension to continue its operations, depending on the provisions set forth in its bylaws and relevant legal regulations. Next is the Article 6. Common bond and field of membership. This article defines the cooperative's core purpose and membership criteria. First is the common bond. The cooperative's focus is on the consumer's interest in green products and services. This indicates a commitment to environmentally friendly practices and sustainability. Second is the field of membership. Membership is open to all Filipino citizens of legal age who have the capacity to contract. This ensures a diverse and inclusive membership base. Article 7. Area of operation. This article specifies the geographical scope. From the membership origin of Green Harvest Consumers Cooperative, members will come from the Kawayan City, Isabela, and the principal's office will be located in San Fermin District 1, Kawayan City, Isabela. Next is Article 8, Board of Directors. This article outlines the structure of the Green Harvest Consumers Cooperative governing body. First is the numbers of the directors. The Green Harvest Consumers Cooperative will have a 5-member of board directors to ensure balanced representation of the members' interests. Second is the term of the service. The directors will serve until their successors are elected and qualified, which must happen within 15 days of the Green Harvest Consumers Cooperative registration. This ensures continuity in leadership. In summary, these articles provide a comprehensive framework of Green Harvest Consumers Cooperative, outlining its basics, structures, purposes, memberships, locations, and initial leaderships. These documents serve as foundational legal documents for the Green Harvest Consumers Cooperative operations.
So for Article 9, it talks about the Board of Directors, wherein 5 directors elected and qualified with 15 days from the date of registration as provided in bylaws, wherein in these cooperatives we have Joanna S. Andres, Katrina M. Castillo, James Brian T. Eugenio, Geraldine Ibarangan, and Mr. John Calvin T. Galano as the 5 directors of the cooperatives. For our capitalization, found in Article 10, stated that authorized share capital of Green Harvest Consumer Cooperative is 1 million pesos, divided into 2, wherein we have the common shares of 700,000 pesos with a par value of 70,000 per share and 300,000 preferred shares with a par value of 60,000 per share. So for our Article 11, we have here the subscribed and paid up share capital of the cooperative. That it stated that this article authorized that the share capital of the cooperative was divided into subscribed and paid up share capital, wherein the subscribed share capital having a total of 250,000, while the paid up share capital have the 62,500 pesos. So, paano nga ba siya nakuha? So, first, madidivide siya into common share and preferred share. So, in our common share, we have the subscribed share, wherein, sabi dito, the subscribed capital must be 175,000, which is the 25% of common shared capital with a par value of 17,500 per share. And then we have the paid up capital of the common share, wherein the paid up capital should be 43,750 pesos, which is the 25% of subscribed capital of common share with a par value of 4,375 per share. So, doon nakuha, like, in our common share, sa subscribed share natin, meron tayong kanina na 700,000. So, 700,000 times 25% is equals to 175,000. So, i-divide natin siya into 10, wherein 10 members or 10 members ang ating nag-contribute ng common share, which is meron tayong 17,500 per share. And for our preferred share, for the subscribe, and we have the 300,000 pesos, which is multiplied into 25% that ended with the subscribed capital must be 75,000, which is the 25% of preferred share capital of preferred share with a par value of 15,000 per share. And for the paid up share capital of the preferred share, we have that the paid up capital should be 18,750, which is also the 25% of subscribed capital of preferred share with a par value of 3,750 per share. Wherein, pag pinagsama natin ang subscribed share ng common share na 175,000 at 75,000 ng preferred share, ang ating subscribed share ay nagkakahalaga ng 250,000 pesos. At para sa ating paid up capital, meron tayong total na 62,500 na nanggaling naman sa ating common shares na merong 43,750 at 18,750 para sa ating preferred share. And for our last article of this cooperative, we have the Article 12, wherein in talks about arbitral clause, wherein it stated that unelected as treasurer of this cooperative, which is Miss Geraldine Ibarangan, will act as such until her successor shall have been duly appointed and qualified in accordance with the bylaws. So, as treasurer, she is authorized to receive payments and issue receipts for membership fees, share capital, subscriptions, and other revenues, and to pay obligation for and in the name of this cooperative. And also, makikita natin dito sa article na to, the different signatories of each contributors and the members of cooperatives and the witnesses na nagsasabi na legal ang ating kooperatiba.